north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. They'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Again, he'll drop to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Hurts finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. The Eagles at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And some space here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, You have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Jalen Mills in on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Kamara up the middle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have moved out in front. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time.
2nd and 12. Throwing is Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Come on.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Finding space at the 40. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw here. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Flush to his right. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Going right back to Michael Thomas. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And the Saints are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
This is caught. And he's brought down. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage.
He's got him in, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
No gain on that one as it brings up the 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect, incomplete. I give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Coming left is Kamara. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And it'll be intercepted. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that pick-6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And a solid run down inside the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL.